Well, it looks like spring is finally making its way to central Michigan. You can see my daylilies are popping up. The grass is green. I cannot wait to do some landscaping, get all my flowers out. There's Charlie out running around. Hi, I'm Janet from Twisted Oak Farm and Gift Shop. Today we're bringing you another Flippin' Frenzy from Sonnet's Creative Membership Group. Make sure that you watch all the other great creators. The playlist will be listed below. And with that said, let's get started on Project 1. You may have heard of the Connie method, where Connie from The Painted Photographer used extra bond under her paint to make some yummy crackle. Well, I don't have any extra bond, but I still wanted to try it to see how it turned out. So I used Mod Podge on it. The first thing I'm doing to this clear jar is I covered it with white salvation solution to help my paint stick. And here I'm giving it a good coat of Mod Podge and letting that dry. And next I mixed up some bespoke milk paint in the color Cheshire. And this was something that came out of Sonnet's Maker's Box. And I let that set. Well, actually, it was sitting while the the Mod Podge was drying. So now I'm giving it a good coat. And actually, I end up putting 2 coats on it. The first coat, I had some crackle, but I noticed that I let that dry, and after the second coat, I had some really good crackle, which I'll show you here in a minute. But I'm not a huge fan of crackle, but I have to say that I really love this. Here is the jar after it's dried. Look at all of that yummy crackle on there. I was just amazed. No chipping at all, just crackle. I forgot to record the next step, which you'll see I covered with IOD transfers. I believe this one was out of the book Madeline. And then after applying those, I covered it with a coat of Fusion's Antiquing Glaze. I put it all over, and then I let it set for a couple of minutes, and then I wiped it off. In the box that I received from Lisa at Bumblebee Corners was this bag full of these rattan bowl fillers, and I'm going to use a couple of them to make moss balls. I just used hot glue and a bag of moss and just started putting it in and trying not to burn my fingers off. I kept some of them the same. Actually, one of them I covered in antique glaze, not one of them that I put the moss on. I don't know if I mentioned that when we drew names, we exchanged items from our stash. Mine came from Lisa at Bumblebee Corners, and I sent a box of stuff to Tara at the Reclaimed Ranch, which I'm excited to see what she makes because, to be honest with you, I can't remember what I sent to her. It's been a while. But make sure to watch everyone on the playlist because everyone has something fun to make over, and I can't wait to see all of them, to see what all the other creators are making with their items. I'll have to say that Lisa definitely gave me a challenge because there's some really interesting items in here that I had no idea what I was going to do with them. I knew knew I wanted to paint this little galvanized basket. At first I was just going to paint the top part of it and leave the bottom as it is. But keep watching, you'll see that I end up painting the whole thing. I'm using Fusion's Inglenook. I just absolutely love this color. And this was also a sample that came in Sonnet's Maker's Box. I love Sonnet's Maker's Box because it gives me the opportunity to try the different Fusion paints. I sell, or I'm a retailer for DIY paints, which I love those paints too. But this is a chance to use Fusion, and they really don't disappoint either. Once I painted, I decided to add some transfers from IOD. And this is, I think these are also out of the transfer book, Madeline, not really sure how they say it. I didn't coat the paint because Fusion is an all-in-one. It has a primer and a sealer, so I didn't have to do anything. But the transfers, they need to be sealed. So once I finish putting those on, I will go ahead and seal that. I decided to leave the inside, the galvanized. I didn't see the need to paint that. I love these transfers from IOD. I love all the birds and the flowers, which I thought was perfect for our Flippin' into Spring video. This is the first side that I'm doing. I add little bits here and there where the bird is at. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I will show you this butterfly. Once I get that done, I'm going to flip it over to the other side and put a transfer on there. So the two sides without the handles will have the transfers on them. And rub it with a little tool that comes with the transfers. And then I peel off the top part. And then I take a piece of the vellum and I rub across it to kind of help seal them in. It's called burnishing. Here I'm working on the opposite side, doing basically the same thing, rubbing on the transfers. And these transfers can be cut up and arranged any way you want to, and that's what I'm doing here. Just adding little bits and pieces. Lisa really stumped me with these two. They're hollow. They look like maybe they could have been knobs on something. You see there. I honestly don't know. They're wood. I don't know what they are, and it took me a while to rack my brains to think, what am I going to do with these? But I started out painting them. I'm using, let's see, what color was that? Coral by Fusion, I believe. I painted both of them. I believe I gave them each 2 coats, but Fusion paint is an all-in-one, like I mentioned before, so they didn't have to seal them, and they covered really nice, and I absolutely love this color. I love it so much that I used it on a bird that I had sitting nearby, which I will show you here in a minute. There it is. And I also added some IOD transfers on these little doohickeys. I took some string and I made little hangers and put them on these little wooden holders, and so I made little vases out of them, and I think they turned out so cute. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. What I did is took some of the ephemera paper that Lisa included, and I wrapped these little, they look like they were handles to maybe something, I don't know, but I wrapped them with that. Then I took these rounds and put the infusion antiquing wax on them. And once I got that done, I glued the little handle things to it. And the next part, don't hate me, but I used some vintage ball jars, lids, excuse me, and those are going to be what goes on the top. I have a whole basket full of them, and these didn't have a name on it, so I thought it's okay to use a couple of them into something, creative. I added another piece, the same paper that I used on the, what's going to be the stick, whatever I want to call it, on the inside of it to make my little holders. And this is what they looked like when I finished. Put a little rabbit in one and bird's nest in another, and I think they turned out cute. They'll be nice little shelf sitters. So I don't see that too many times. I didn't film Project 7, but here I'll show you what I did with those cute little jars. I made them into little vases with IOD stickers, or not stickers, transfers, excuse me. I have little tiny flower frogs inside there, and I stuck the plants in. They're so cute. I ended up changing the pink flowers, though, to something different. Project 8, I took the sign and I covered it with some decoupage paper from Upcycle Treasures, and then I added transfers. Again, I believe it was from the Madeline transfer book. I taped off the stand because I didn't want to paint that, but I painted the outside and the rest of the back with DIY's Gypsy Green, which I absolutely love that as a spring color. Then I took Fusion's Antiquing Glaze and went over the entire front and back except for the stand. I left that all, that is a natural. Why? I don't know. That's just what I decided to do. But here it is, all finished. I'll show you up close so you can see. Project 9 is my favorite. This is what I did with the pillowcase and the piece of lace that Lisa sent. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to do, but I added a picture frame and put it all together and wait for it to see what these look like. And here we go. Gotta have a little drama here as I remove the lace. And look, it's so beautiful. I'm going to leave you now with a video of all the finished pieces. Let me know which one was your favorite.